Hi everyone, welcome to the my sort of C++ course, which is live streamed, and I still haven't figured out the exact course structure. So it's semi-random, it's semi-structured. So again, I'm live streaming on 3 different services because why not? I think the majority of people on Watch People Code, and for some reason it isn't displaying the number of people who are watching. It's probably some sort of a bug, and I think I finally figured out why it happens, but I'm not sure. Let me check where the hell? It's not on the main page. I will go back. I will return soon. So there is some sort of technical issue. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I guess I know why it happens. Sorry for that. Let's see how many people are there. I think I should start displaying live viewers at some point, maybe after a couple of minutes. So yeah, I'm live streaming at 3 different services. Let me check YouTube. YouTube works. Sometimes there are people. So I kind of don't know how to structure the course. So let me know. Do you have some C++ questions? And if you have, let me know in chat. Please post. Let's start with Q&A. Let's please post your C++ questions. But if there are no questions, I will just start developing Tetris, and I will try to explain C++ concepts as I go. And I hope it will be more and I hope I will spend more time explaining stuff than I normally do. I actually planned to prepare some slides today because, well, why not? But I ended up live streaming development of Cloud Bash History app, which people started abusing now. It's more like a demo at this point. It's a very crude prototype, but I like to develop things iteratively. With people, I actually abuse. They submit lots of different stuff there, and they wrote automatic scripts that do this. I don't mind it. I mean, I don't mind. At some point, it's going to stop. Anyway, so yeah, there was a poll, and C++ course won. So what's next? Let me check. Is it here? Let me check. Okay, 14 viewers. That's great. Oh, and some people are on Twitch. No one is watching on YouTube. Here's a big one. If you were to make a good GUI using C++, what would you use, and what you have tried in the past? I would use Qt, which is a really nice framework. It's mostly for GUI, but it has a lot of other things in it. Yeah, here it is. If I remember correctly, it's developed by Nokia, but maybe I'm wrong. And it's really nice. I have tried it in the past, and I liked it. And it's also cross-platform. So which means that you can develop just one application that will run on OS X, on Windows, on Linux, probably also on FreeBSD and so on. you'll have to recompile, obviously, but yeah, this is very nice. Another popular framework is GTK. I think it's also cross-platform, but I think it's originally, yeah, it's written in C. Yeah, but there is C++ business. I mean, you can use C API with C++, but these two languages are very different from one another. I mean, in a way, C is a subset of C++, well, almost a subset of C++, but people write code in C and C++ in very different ways. So it's better to use C++ proper around, like, well, C stuff. I would use Qt, but I don't have a lot of experience using Qt. I developed a few simple applications using it, and I liked it. I also know that it's a very mature framework, so you can use it. So, and then other stuff here. Okay, nothing. So I'd like to let's see if there are other questions, and if there aren't, let's go. Is he going to use GTK or Qt? I'm going to start developing Tetris and explain what's happening and explain different C++ concepts. Hopefully, I will explain them clearly enough. And I'm going to use SFML, which is not a GUI framework. It's like more like graphics framework. I don't know. I mean, you'll see. So it's neither GTK or Qt. Oh, that's great. €16. By the way, let me know if you receive email notifications when I go live. And if you want to receive email notifications, hit subscribe button and enter your email. So yeah, so that's why you will know when I go live. One second. Okay, I'm back. So, thanks for subscribing. I will do some weird things. No. Okay. So, okay, so please ask me questions in chat while I stream. The questions can be off topic or semi off topic. Basically, it's C++. I mean, you mean choosing between Golang or C++? I don't know. I have no experience using Go, and generally I think that it's great that there are languages that may end up a better replacement for C++. I'm not sure if Go is a good replacement. I don't know. Why is this 1 minute longer than the other minutes? You mean the delay? Sorry for the delay in the beginning of the stream. I had some. I needed to set up. Wow, 3 people are watching. I needed to set up YouTube streams. Sorry for that. I need someone. By the way, if someone has a problem with website chat, please. Can you go to watch people code on RC-Renault.net so we can test it? So if anyone has a problem with chat, please let me know. But I need someone to help me debug it. I was never able to reproduce it, and it seems weird. Maybe it could be a problem in Socket.io, but I never really found like what causes it. I never really reproduce. I was never really able to reproduce the problem, but some people or email me on or email me. I'm seriously sorry that there is a problem, and I really need someone to help me fix it, because I have no idea how to reproduce it. Okay, let's go. So basically, ask me what the hell are there. So wait a second. What's wrong with the stream? I feel like something just broke here. Okay, wait a second. I can't see the stream text. I mean, yeah, but there is some weirdness with that. I'm trying to figure out why, because I never really noticed it before. I can see it. Okay. Right now it works. Wait a second. Okay, sorry for these technical problems. Oops. Go away, please. This is strange. It doesn't show the full thing. What, I don't know what causes this issue. Now I can't. Yeah, sorry for that. Okay, let's I won't bother setting this text. I will actually. It's something to debug. Okay, time to actually stream something. So I'm removing this. Just remember to post questions in chat. Just bring the text to the font, write it up, and then change the text color. It never works for me. And plus, I can't. If you look closer, it cuts off the bottom part. It's not big, but for example, I can't see the send button, but I can see the send button on stream, but OBS broadcast it. I don't know if it's OBS problem or it's JW player problem, but okay, let's go. Let's finally go. I feel like people are getting annoyed at me trying to fix it. Yeah, okay, let's go. Basically, just remember to ask me questions. They can be off topic, they can be semi-off topic. Okay, yeah. And I'm happy to do some sort of demonstration for you. So, for example, last time I ended demonstrating people various stuff, like how increments work, like what are the sizes of long, integer, int, and long. Now let's go. I also wrote a sort of Tetris. Yeah. Didn't you use the game of... Yeah, I can move it on top. Let me know what you prefer. I can make it here. Make it look like that. Oh shit, the stream was stuck for me. Okay, sorry. Probably JW player issue. I will look into it. So here is... No. Where is it? Okay. I guess I need to kill Vim. There is it says it's still running, so let's kill it ruthlessly. Yeah, I know. Okay, I will keep my webcam on top. Although there is annoying JW player. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I should just do this. So there is a problem with chat. Yeah, let me just align it like that. Because there is JW player logo. Okay, let's go. So I was writing this code. Basically, it's just a small demo. Let me compile it. Didn't work. Oh, there is a lot of link flags. And that's why I need cloud bus history, because I lost an important comment that yeah, I lost it. Let me... Yeah, history comment just really displays your bash history. It just prints it. Sorry. Looks like some people experience problem, chat problem. Please let me know if you have it. And if you hang out on RC, please help me debug it, because I'm unable to reproduce it. Yeah, history is much better. Just typing history is a lot better. Let's go. LSFML. There is not enough to just add LSFML. It's something like LSFML graphics. LSFML core, or I don't know. What was it? Let's just grab user local lib. Let's find some family related stuff. I think it's a family window. And minus lsfml system. Yeah, true. That's what I need. So here's the current demo. It just shows a bunch of squares, which is nice, but we need some figures. And I guess let's start by drawing different figures. Yeah, some nice squares, and every time they're just different every time you look at it. So I guess let's start by drawing figures. Um, so, like I mentioned, I like to develop stuff step by step. So let's um, let's actually okay. Um, oops. So let's create a figure, and each figure is going to basically there are, if I remember correctly, there are 7 types of figures. Yeah. No. Yeah, there are. If I remember correctly, there are. These are the default 7 figures, and let's just guess make a vector. Every figure fits into um, again. I like develop stuff step by step. So let's start with a quick and dirty solution. Let's just put everything into a vector, which is basically a huge. Basically, it's like an array that can grow up and down. So it's like a variable size array. So let's make a vector of vectors. So let's put int here. Let's call it a figure, and let's just draw one figure. Let's start by drawing just one figure, just to see if it works. Let's initialize it with. So let's initialize a vector 4x4 vector. And I guess I should probably start using C++11. So, which one should I draw? Let's draw a T. Maybe not. So let's just add a quick and dirty solution. Oops, sorry. Actually, feel like I really should start using C++11. Oops, sorry. Let's write a function that does it. Later, I'm going to refactor all this stuff into nice classes, into nice, basically everything. But now let's just create something. Which is the last time the bot announced? I don't know. I haven't seen them announcing anything in a while. Okay. and 1 is equals to 1. So it's a figure, and let's write a simple function that draws it. Actually, I'm too used to writing Python code. So void means that function returns no value. And let's pass a reference to window here. Basically, references are pretty similar to pointers. I guess I should, and actually references deserve like a separate session. References pointers deserve a separate session just where I will show the difference. But yeah, let's pass window by reference here. So window, when you pass by reference, instead of creating a new object, a copy of an object, the same object is passed. Well, or it is better to say that a reference to an object is passed, and a reference is sort of like a pointer. I will probably do a session on on pointers, objects, and references somewhere this week, probably on Sunday. But for now, let's just write this function. So we should probably refactor this in the class, but this will happen later. For now, let's just write a really small dirty code. I don't feel like designing everything from scratch, and I don't feel writing like perfect code from the very beginning on stream, because I always develop this way. So I just try something that works, and then I refactor so it looks beautifully. So what do we need here? We need to draw. We need to create a shape, and the shape represents well, some sort of shape that you can draw. So you can create a rectangle shape here, and we will need a constant like square size. Let's call it square size. Constant square size is equals to 50. So each square is going to be 50 by 50 pixels. So we create a square size here, and we need to adjust the position. And to adjust the position, we just call a method set position here. Let's not make it random. Let's basically it's going to be something like that. I multiplied by square size, j multiplied by square size. And then we can just simply call window draw. Why does it say that there is no window draw? Pretty sure there is. Okay, it says not a sub window, it says render window. Let's try and get compiles fine, and let's remove the code that is responsible for generating random squares because we no longer need this demo. And here, let's just do this. Let's call, and let's remove everything related to random demo. Just call it here, and let's just draw it. Oops, sorry. Let's pass window. Let's see if it works. Oh, wait a second. The problem here is we need set color. Oops. Let's see how to set colors. I probably shouldn't. Yeah, it's called set fill color. Oops. Hey, let's draw a random color for now. Later we're going to change everything. Again, it doesn't work for some reason. Let's see. There is shape. We call window draw shape. Shape has a certain position. I think it is correct. Return 0. We don't really need return 0 because you mean in main? In main, it's well, we don't need to return anything from void functions because they return no value. And in main function, you don't have to run return. You don't have to do return 0 at the end. Main function is special. I don't know why they decided to allow people not to type return 0 in the end, but that's how it is. It's special. You can't do that in other function. In other functions, so if you create your own function int foo, and yeah, you have to do return 0 here, but not in main function. I don't know why standardization committee decided not to. I don't know whether they decided to allow main function to be special, but they did, and that's why I never write return 0 at the end of main function. So yeah, that's true, but it is different from C because if I remember correctly, in C you have to return 0 or do return exit success. In C++ things are different. Like, I don't know why. I guess it makes sense. In a way, it makes sense. I mean, it's a natural way to assume that if you reach the end of main function, the program should exit successfully. But I don't know why but I don't know if it's a big enough reason to make a special exception for main function. Yeah, maybe, or maybe they're just with some weird people. Okay, I can't figure out why there is an issue with draw. Let's basically see what's Oh, yes. Okay, so the okay, basically there is a problem with window display. We just need to call window display here. Okay, so it sort of works, sort of. Basically draws a bunch of stuff using random colors, and it looks flashy and stuff. So let's fix it. Um, yeah, true. And it's actual standards. That's very surprising. Okay, so first of all, let's see if there is if we should draw a square, right? And if we should, let's draw a square. That should fix an issue with, yeah, so it's just a T, as you can see. I'm wondering if it's an issue, if it's an, hmm. Okay, now let's draw it using a fixed color. Let's use something like that, and let's make it a color. Let's make it constant. Oops. Basically, yeah, maybe in a way it would look funny. Well, by the way, constants are just like variables, but you can change them. I hope that makes sense. So it has some nice color, and let's change the order. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let me think. Can you outline a square? Yeah, I agree. It would be nice. There is a feature in HTML that allows you to do that. You can change the border. Yeah, there is set outline thickness, I think. Set outline thickness. Set it. If I remember correctly, it is in pixels, but maybe I'm wrong. So okay, it looks a bit more nice. Wow, this looks really weird. Okay, it looks like let me do some experiments. Yeah, it looks like that's just super weird. Basically, it looks like an outline is like margin in HTML. It doesn't contribute to the size of the square. So Hmm. I don't like how it looks. Outline. What happens if we make it 0? Maybe it would look a lot better. No. So what I don't like is that when I make an outline, I don't know if you can see that, but basically the lines do not align. And this is probably because outline makes the size of each square bigger. So let's try doing this. Let's basically try subtract 2. Okay, now it looks a bit nicer, but not much. Definitely better. Okay, so I haven't checked chat on Twitch in a while, and wow, 5 people are watching on YouTube. How many? That's surprising. YouTube is weird. Sometimes there are many people watching. Sometimes there are like no one. Set thickness to now. Okay. Let's make this a constant. Basically, it's a good idea to make named constants. So your code is more readable when you use named constants. Outline thickness, and here let's subtract 2 multiplied by outline thickness. Oops. Wait a second. Square size minus 2 multiplied by outline thickness. Okay. The problem here is that black squares do not have outline. I mean, there are no black squares after all. So, you know what? Let's do this. Const optimizes code size, right? Runs better. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think there will be significant performance improvement. Never really had a, like, in my experience, there was never a problem when. Let me phrase this. In my experience, there was no case where replacing a variable with a constant made things run faster. So const is never an issue. The good thing about const is that it can't change. I mean, well, C++ is weird. There is const cast, which we will talk about somewhere later. But basically, constants, const, like you can't modify const things, because if you do this, your compiler will complain about it. So read-only variable is not assignable. So you can't accidentally change it, which is good. Okay, let's I don't quite like how it looks like. I mean, outline is just not very pretty. What can we do about it? No, I'm just no. Maybe only if there is a better thing that as FML. I'm just thinking what would be a better solution to this outline problem. Okay, let's start by creating a bunch of different constants. First is going to be called how is what's the proper term for Tetris field? Is it just field? And by the way, there we should check for standard size. Let's just forget for now. Sometimes I'm just kind of obsessed about small details. Let's just forget about it. Let's not try to make it super pretty. So the play field is 10 cells wide and 22 cells high, with the topmost two hidden. So it's 10 by 20. Yeah, it's almost always 10 by 20. Okay, let's start by field position. It's going to be just 10. Field position X, let's make it 50. Field position Y, let's make it 100. What do you mean? Yeah, I agree. Let's just forget about outlining for now. No, it's okay. I just should obsess less about making things look pretty. I do agree that there should be outline, and in fact, I was going to add outline at some point of the stream. Okay. So it looks nice. Yeah, probably. I am. Okay. Now we can draw a nice figure. And I guess it's time to draw just a Tetris field. So let's just start by creating a field. And again, let's not make a class for now. Later we will refactor everything in the class. And let's make it 10 by 20. Although later maybe, so yeah, there is some information about standard size, and it looks like there is it's 10 by 20, plus there are two hidden rows. Let's not bother about hidden rows. And so let's create something I call draw field. Oh yeah, let's just call it draw array, or maybe something like that, or draw matrix. Yeah, let's just call it draw matrix. And of course, let's replace it here. Okay, so here we are going to let's update the color. Let's pass matrix here. Maybe we should add a tab there. Then here let's replace every name fig with matrix. And let's see if it still compiles. I don't think it is. Draw matrix figure. Okay, pretty color. Now let's init a field. Let's just call this init. Not just init fig, just init. So in C++ you can do this, but I don't like this. You can do chain, like this sort of chain assignments, but I'm not going to do them. Let's just create a bunch of squares. Again, the code is not pretty, like not pretty at all, but that's okay. We will fix it later. We will refactor everything and make everything look nice. It's just so much better to work step by step instead of trying to write the perfect thing from the very beginning. So let's draw a field now. I'm not sure if it worked. Segmentation fault. Why? Yeah, sometimes. Well, it's true that sometimes you never refactor when you plan it, but this doesn't look pretty at all. Oh, look at that! The size of the vector should be 10. And what the hell did I just do there? It's just completely wrong. It should be 20. Oh, wait a second. It should be 20 by 10. It's 10 and here should be 0 because 0 is just default value. Okay, so here's how it looks like. And we need some sort of outline here. So we need to draw an outline. Let's see. How to do it. I'm pretty sure that there is empty color, like transparent. By default, the shape fill color is opaque white. So we have square size, and let's just draw the field. Do you use Vim for everything? Yes, I use Vim for everything. I don't use IDEs. I don't think using IDEs is a bad idea, but I just love Vim so much, and I never really found IDEs all that useful. outline, and the size of this outline should be square size multiplied by matrix size, and square size multiplied by width. It should be something like that. Matrix, let's take just the first row. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Java, and one of the reasons is that I'm forced to use IDE with it. It's like impossible. They made it in such a way that it's impossible to like have two different public classes in one file, and I don't like this at all. So I prefer C++ to Java, I prefer Python to Java. I don't think that Java is a bad language, but I feel like I don't feel like using it. So okay, we now have an outline. Let's see how it. Okay, it didn't work. Oh, that's because we need to draw it. Oh, let's not call it outline. Let's call it border. You can have two classes in the same file as Scala, by the way, even multiple packages and shit, but carry on. Oh yeah, I heard that Scala is really nice. I don't think that one thing I love about Java is that there is JVM, and you can have different languages that run on JVM. For example, a few days ago, I started learning Clojure for the second time. And it's great that it's great that you can build your own language on top of JVM and have a bunch of existing Java code to interact with. Okay, hi. If you have a Reddit account, you can just log in with your Reddit account and use your Reddit username, border, and let's draw it. Okay. Okay, so here's the border, and I guess we should actually swap this. So this should look like that. Okay. Clearly it's too big. Let's make square size 25. Have you wrote some article to Hubbard? No, I never. No, I never did. I don't write for Hubbard, and I kind of don't like that they have this kind of elitist system. Because I don't. If you don't know, to English-speaking people, Hubbard is a Russian blog. It's not quite a blog. It's somewhat similar to Reddit, but only somewhat. And basically, it's like a website where people write on different topics related to programming and IT. And they have this kind of elitist invite system, and I don't even have a Hubbard account. So yeah, but if you have an invite, please send me. Maybe I will finally register there and write something about something. So if you have an invite to Hubbard, send it to here. I still don't like this elitist system, and so even if I register there, I won't like this system at all. I prefer open systems where you can just register, where anyone can register. But yeah, if you have an account, I will register there. Sorry, if you have an invite, I will register an account there. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, so here's well, but they have karma system. I mean, Reddit isn't terrible. I mean, they already have a karma system, so they don't need to have invite system. I mean, Reddit is great. When you go on Reddit, it's always the best content there. Okay, and let's actually add set color. Like let's set border. Let's set outline to outline thickness. Let's use field position X here. Field position Y here. American, therefore, I speak English. I'm too big of an asshole to learn language. Yeah, I was just discussing. I know. I mean, I don't mind that. I understand your position. And it's perfectly reasonable. I was just telling what we are talking about because whenever we are talking about Russian stuff, some people just wonder what. Some people are just interested in what we are talking about. So I just explained to people there. Karma system doesn't work. Reddit is not always the best content unless it's small subreddit. Well, yeah, in a way, this depends on your definition of best. I would say that the Reddit certainly uploads like the most popular content. It's true that Reddit has certain issues, but overall, I feel like Reddit system is much more better than Habra system, and they don't allow you cross post stuff. This is just horrible. You can't just write things in your own personal blog and submit them to Habra, and you can't just copy them. You just have to write for Habra. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this is another thing that I don't like. I'd much rather start a personal blog and submit it to like Russian version of Reddit than register an account on Habra and just write for Habra. That's not really fair to control the. It's not really fair to force users to hand over the rights to their own blogs. It would be, yeah, if I was American, I would think the same thing. So, yeah, that's why I learned English and, well, try to speak it. Oh, wait a second. I did a very strange thing. I shouldn't do this. I just increased the size of the border, but I need to call set position. So just field position X, field position Y. Let's remove it. Okay, so here's how it looks like, but we need to make it transparent. So borders set color set color transparent. Hi template Pascal, welcome to the stream. I'm just doing very basic stuff. Oh, what the hell? Oh, let's call this. It's called set fill color. So this is what it looks like. Let's make it smaller. Okay, so here's how it looks like. But it is inversed. I mean, the Y. This should be the bottom, right? Because well, here. Hello, are you Russian? Yes, correct. I'm Russian. Okay, there is really fun things, fun discussions in chat. Oh, 15 viewers. Oh, hi everyone. Yeah, so let's go. Basically, the Y coordinate is inversed. I feel like 0, like the. I feel like the first line in field array should be near the bottom and not at the top. So 0th line should be like at the very bottom and not at the very top. And right now it's at the very top because that's how X and Y axis says oriented. So let's fix that. Let's actually call it job field. It's now becoming job field. So it's not just a matrix, it's just job field. Field. And let's rename things one more time. Matrix field G. Now let's see if it still works. It's created the field and it is inversed. So how do we change that? Let's create field height. It's going to be equal to square size multiplied by field size and field width. It's going to be multiplied by just field size. And since we have these variables, we can replace we can replace parameters here. And let's see if it still works. Oh, no, what the fuck? I guess we should change that. Okay, and now let's draw. To draw everything, there is set position. So instead of using file position y plus I multiplied by square size, let's just do this. Let's add field height and subtract I multiplied by square size. I think this should inverse the whole thing. Oh, well, it almost worked. It's obviously a plus. Yeah, let's also subtract 1 here. No, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, let's subtract 1 not from here, but let's subtract 1 from I. And actually we should edit. To set up a Windows Unix-like environment, my Windows desktop, trying to use Docker, but don't actually know whether it's a good idea. I mean, are you trying to use Docker to set up Unix-like environment on Windows? I don't know, but the last time I checked, Docker wasn't working on Windows. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe they have some support for Microsoft Windows. Wow, that's really impressive. Apparently, okay. That's interesting. I played with Docker on Linux, and I thought it's only available for Linux. I don't know. I mean, can you actually virtualize? Can you run not the client, but the actual virtualization on Windows? I don't know. I'm not sure. If I were you, I would use either this. No, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I always pronounce it as Sigwin, or just VirtualBox. And VirtualBox is just a virtual machine, and you can use it to install Ubuntu in it. It's really nice. There is some yeah, it's true. You can stream on multiple services. Okay, so I got distracted. Let me check chat here. Am I the only one watching here? Okay, hi Twitch people. You can still watch here, but the delay on watch people code is smaller, so that's why I can respond to questions in like near real time. Actually, let me test the delay. Testing lag. So you can see me typing here. Okay, let's go. So let's see if it fixed. Okay, so now it is fixed, and well, it looks weirdly, but let's not bother with making it pretty. It sort of works. Another thing that, yeah, okay, works. I think I have been streaming for like an hour and a half, or less than, okay, a bit less than an hour and a half. But there are still people, so I will continue. What should I do now? I feel like maybe it's time to refactor everything into classes, but I thought about making nice slides and nice demonstrations explaining how classes work in C++. So I don't feel like using this feature. Or maybe I can just write some code that controls figure. So, yeah, why not? Let's just yeah, let's just control figure. And I feel like renaming this function again. Sorry, everyone. Let's rename it back to draw. From draw field, let's rename it to draw matrix. I feel super stupid by doing that. Let's rename field into matrix again. Back to matrix field, and let's try drawing a figure here. Okay, so here's how it looks like. It's also okay. It also draws an outline, and that's fine. We will fix that later. Now let's see how we can control the figure. SFML and it's like a SFML 2.2, so let's open tutorial for 2.2. Let's add another fun. Okay, so I definitely feel like it should be factored into a class, but I won't do this this stream. I will do this next stream. Int offset is offset x equals to y. This is just default parameters. Here's how you can make default arguments in C++. And now again, this should be class to do the factor into proper classes. This is for the next stream. So let's pass these parameters here. Well, I like C++, plus I'd like to teach people how to use C++. Hopefully, I'm frustrated with Linux desktop. Tried a whole bunch of them in the last week. Every single day it crashes with my video card. Oh, that sucks. I would say that's it's handling graphical card. I would say that Linux isn't very good at handling different video cards, and sometimes you have to suffer and configure it. And yeah, it's not fun. Like when I was using Linux on desktops or laptops, yeah, sometimes I had these different issues with graphical cards, and it sucks. Not Linux, but these graphical cards problems. So no, I don't think my code rules, and it's kind of ugly right now. And my plan for the next stream. Okay, thanks for the compliment. For the next stream, I'm going to refactor this into nice classes. Well, I mean, during the next stream, I will refactor into different classes. Okay, and again, it works, but we don't use these parameters. So j plus offset x and I plus offset y. Okay, The result is the same, but let's change figure y here. Let's just add plus equals 1. I think it would look weirdly. Yeah. How long do you stream? I have been streaming for like an hour and a half. But I also did a stream a while ago. I think a week ago I did a stream where I created a simple demo using SFML. And the GUI stuff was mostly done a week ago. And I think the stream was 2 hours long. Okay, so it just so it works. Let's now add keyboard control. Is there a simple demonstration? Okay, by the way, there is the view there is a recording. I can detect that you are Russian, but I think that this tradition of using multiple brackets as smileys is exists. So I think this tradition of using multiple brackets as smiles exists only in ex-USSR countries like Russia, but I'm pretty sure that Ukrainians also do that. I never really saw anyone English speaking using multiple brackets as smileys. Did you know assembly? I have some basic knowledge of assembly. I don't, but yeah, I know I have some basic knowledge. I don't think I can do a stream using assembly. I would have to check everything multiple times if I do a stream, but I have some basic knowledge. Yeah. Okay, so let's figure it out. Tetris will be much better with assembly instead of C. Well, that would be really hardcore. I don't know how to. I don't think I'm able to create a Tetris in assembly. Well, I think eventually I can figure it out. But right, if you force me to code a Tetris in assembly, it will take me a very long time, like a few days. So okay, let's see. Isn't there something like key down? Left. So if K pressed left, let's change Y position. If this is pressed, let's change it to. Actually, we can do this. I write too much Python, So in Python there is no increment, but in C++ there is increment, and it's really amazing. Fig Y, fig Y. No, up, down. Okay, let's test it. Oops. Okay. So the down part isn't working. In Python, there is no increment, so you have to do this. Like you can do this, so you have to do this. So that's how it works. By increment, I mean plus plus or minus minus. There is still plus equals thing. So for some reason, maybe you can see it, but I can't move it up and down. I can move it left and right. And yeah, it kind of works. So I just started watching you. What software are you using? I'm using OS X. I'm using Vim with different plugins. It's available on my GitHub. I can send you a link if you want. I mean, not my Vim, but my Vim configuration file. What else am I using? I'm using Clan, which is a C++ compiler. And I'm using SFML as a library for handling UI and keyboards. Okay, down arrow doesn't work. Okay, maybe there is a way to. Let's just use A. Actually, SFML plus X up, down. Okay, so the problem here is let's add some debug output. Maybe I forgot to recompile it or something like that. Yeah, probably because I forgot to recompile it after I modified the code. Now it works. So the code was correct, I just didn't recompile it. So it sort of works, sort of. And we need to draw outline, like border. Okay, let's refactor this into multiple functions. Or maybe not, I don't know. Let's not refactor it. We will refactor it later. So, yeah, it moves really fast, and I don't know what's the best way to handle this in SFML. I will look into that. I think that maybe it's possible to use some sort of a timer. Let's see if there are timer. There are some timer classes, and maybe use one of them. Measuring time. I asked what software he was using. Okay. What do you mean? I mean, what kind of software? Do you mean the um, do you mean for streaming or like or maybe with the software that I'm developing? Uh, okay, so what now? Okay, I think um, so. The code is kind of ugly. Anyway, let's commit it to GitHub. Don't think there is a repository. Let's call it. What would be a good name? Now let's call it a last Tetris because live streamed Tetris. Using C++ and SFML. Git ignore C++ and the license. I'm going to use MIT license. MIT, the one you are using to make Tetris. You mean the library? It's SFML. You can go to SFML here. What's next? Yeah, I wanted to commit it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So it's going to be called last status, and it's going to use MIT license, which basically means that you can do pretty much what you want with the code. So let's clone it. Let's put it here. Okay, so oops, let's copy the file. Let's copy that file. Very left Tetris like demo using SFML. Well, it's not exactly like even a demo, but whatever. Let's just push it. Maybe you want to use the code to play with it. And the code has multiple issues. It's not really nicely written, but I will refactor it during the next session. If you need code, link to the source. Yeah, I really love TMOOCs. Okay, so Now I will now let's have something like Q&A session. So ask me anything about C++. I mean, I'll. So yeah. And I will go away from keyboard, but I will return shortly. So I will be back in 5 minutes, and then there will be Q&A session. So yeah. time back. So it looks like there are no questions both on Watch People Code on YouTube and on Twitch. So okay, if there are no questions, I will end the stream. But meanwhile, I can just wait. So if you have like completely random questions, if you just if you are learning C++ and you stumbled upon something that isn't clear to you, so basically just ask me questions. They don't have to be related to the stream itself, and yeah, so just random C++ questions. So I will wait for like a couple of minutes, maybe not a couple of minutes, maybe like 5 minutes. Let's add some sort of countdown. And I think there was a nice countdown. Yeah, you can type here 5 minutes. And basically, if there are no questions, I will end the stream. But if there are questions, I will be happy to answer them for like another hour or whatever time, or whatever, or however long it is necessary. I can play some agar.io. Meanwhile, I can just play some agar.io. And it's kind of laggy, probably because I'm streaming. So yeah, let me know if there are questions. Wow, it's so laggy that it's impossible to play. How did I play yesterday? I played just fine. Yeah, it's like impossible to play. It's very laggy. Anyway, 3 more minutes, and if there are no questions, I will end the stream. So I will probably explain classes during the next session. I will try to make some slides and some nice demonstrations on how classes work. I have a question about environments. I mean, how do you create some file with global constant? What are the useful techniques in project structure? Is it possible to build cross-platform? Okay, so let me dive here. Basically, for handling configuration. And project structure. I mean, how do you create some file with global constants? You can create a header file with constants in it. And it's hi WirePython. What's going on? So I mean, you can just create a header file and include it in multiple locations. Let me actually check. I'm not sure if you can just. I mean, there is C++ is kind of complicated language, and there can be. This is because. Okay, so the problem with the problem with the bot. I'm assuming you're just Kalkberg, and there is a problem with bot that recently Namecheap.com was undergoing maintenance, and it resulted in watch people code not available for a short period of time because and the Namecheap is just a domain registrar, and they have DNS and they basically go offline. So that's why what people call com was unavailable. Because from what I can tell, DNS records were unavailable to anyone, and this leads to some downtime. What was I talking about? Yeah, you can create a file with just global constants. I think that maybe you need to mark them as static. C++ header constants. I need to check that. It's an interesting thing. I don't actually remember if you can just do that. Quite possibly that you need to do, like static const int. And name at namespace scope, including the global namespace that is explicitly declared constant, not explicitly declared extern, as internal linkage through these variables would not cause duplicate symbols and link together translation units. Okay, so it's great. You can just create a big file with all the constants, and you can just mark them const. Unlike normal variables, they do not require. You don't have to declare them static or extern. So just can have a bunch of constants in a big file, and I think it's not a bad idea to do that. There are projects that do this, and I think sometimes it's fine. As for project structure, I don't know. It really depends on a project. Some projects parse configuration file from just some text file. Other can extract configuration values from environment variables. Personally, if you are just writing a small project, I would just put them into a header file or just put them in the main file. What code do you use for styling purposes? Well, when I worked in Yandex, there was a ton of code, and I pretty much had to read it. As for reading code for studying purposes, I don't actually remember. I mean, this really depends on the project. I don't think I read all the. I don't think I can answer this question because I rarely read code for learning purposes. Sometimes I take a look at how a feature is implemented, but this is relatively rare. Maybe I should do it, by the way. Maybe it's a good learning exercise to try to read and understand other people's code. But yeah, I read Boost some Boost code just to see how certain features in Boost are implemented, but I do not recommend reading Boost code. I mean, I just read to see how it looks like, and it looks fairly horrible. What sites do you visit while developing? Okay, yeah. Stack Overflow, obviously. There is also a C++ reference, like this, which is very convenient, and of course documentation. So I pretty much just use this. So sometimes I read other people's code, but I rarely do this deliberately and intentionally. So it's not like I sit there. So I decide I have to read some people code for an hour. I mean, it's not like I decide at some point I want to read other people code for an hour. Um and whenever I need to read code, I typically want to understand what's happening. Is it a bug in my code, or is it a bug in other people's codes? Um, so last time I read C++ code, it was some OpenCV core class. I think it was Matrix. I just wanted to see how they implement C++ API, and it turned out that OpenCV API is just horrible. It's poorly compatible with C++. The stream keeps freezing and getting stuck for me. That's weird. It's probably an OBS issue. Okay. Is it okay now? Let me see my own stream. I can lower the bitrate. It may be a problem with your connection, and so I can just set the bitrate to something like 1 megabit. Do you have your crew buddies, co-developers? Well, when I worked in Yandex, I had to work with other people a lot, and I read a lot of other people's code. As for crew buddies, co-developers, well, Watch People Code is mainly developed by me and my girlfriend, so I work with her. So, yeah, I hope this answers your question. Okay, so did it fix the stream issue for you? Because I lowered the bitrate. It's now about a megabit and a half. So it definitely should help things if it's an issue on your side, like if your bandwidth is low. Any reason you use Firefox over other browsers? No real reason. I typically use actually my primary browser is a Yandex browser, but I don't feel like I feel like there is a lot of private information there, like history, and I don't want to expose it. So that's why I use a different browser when I stream. I stream using Firefox, and mainly because, well, why not? It's a good browser. I keep Chrome running in the background for chat purposes. She prefers Python. She doesn't like C++. So yeah, she prefers Python. So, okay, it's hi. Do you have C++ questions, because the stream will be over unless there are more C++ questions, so keep them coming. By the way, reading other people code is very interesting skill. Before I started working with other people, with code written by other people, I didn't really realize that it's like a separate skill. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe, but to me it feels like reading code, like the ability to read people code written by other people is like a separate skill. And I think it's really important. So one thing that I learned in Yandex is just how to read code written by other people, which isn't always easy. Wow, 6 people are watching my stream on Twitch, and actually plan to end it unless you have more C++ questions. Yeah, I agree. C++.com reference is great. How many people are still watching here? 10 viewers. Okay, that's fine. The stream is close to its end. Okay. Let's just set countdown 1 minute, and there are no questions. Oh, hi. Have you got any C projects for me? The game seems a bit hard for now. What game? I mean, you could code some small game like Pawn. You don't want to try Client. Is it an IDE by JetBrains? Yeah, it's an IDE by JetBrains. I thought it was in private beta. Oh, and it's paid. Okay, if it's paid, I'm not using it. I'm happy with Vim. Well, I tried DuckDuckGo, and I tried it just for countdown. I think I saw you using countdown. Oh, it has documentation for almost every language. Okay, maybe I should try it. Let's see. Okay, let me try it. Okay, and there is free trial, so why not try it? Maybe I will change my mind and start using IDs. Thank God I didn't get the Objective-C username. You don't like Objective-C, apparently. Recently, I downloaded the Dash app for on OS X. Let's see what's Dash app. API documentation browser. I was downloaded, and is it paid? Yeah, okay, I will test it. I will test it. You convinced me. Oh, you mean Dash as in that? Okay, let me see. Search Dash app. Let's start. For search Dash app, making API lookups simple. It provides a new Dash family of comments and recommended methods. Let's see. Actually, paid only for iOS. Oh, so it's like a Vim plugin. Okay, let's see. I can add it to my Vim RC. By the way, I found a cool plugin called GitHub Dashboard. It takes a while to load because it has to fetch stuff from GitHub, but basically it shows you very nice summary from GitHub. Okay, someone replied to my question. Let me install this plugin, and there are no questions. So that's nice. Apparently, people don't want me to stop streaming, but I'm happy to answer questions. So that's great. Let's install it. I don't remember. How do I install it? Like install, I guess. Okay, I will try client. You can use it with the Vim. Okay, cool accent, Alex. Wow, thanks. Okay, let's see. Is it a dolphin? It looks like it's a dolphin. Very popular plugin, free for OS X. What MacBook am I using? I'm using MacBook Air, 13-inch width. I use something that does get different the current file and shows little symbols on the left. Is it Fugitive? I heard that Fugitive is a great plugin for Vim. Dash. What the hell did just happen? Let's see how can we use dash. Oh, it can be installed on those systems, however, but okay. Okay, Vim get gutter. Okay, I will try that too. Oh, I guess I need to download this thing. I will give it. I will give it a shot too. Where is it? Oh, okay. Oh, there was it. How do I even copy it? Okay, let's open Finder. Stop that. Okay, less applications. I guess I should copy this. So let's copy. So now there is dash. Let's open it. Okay, let's move it. Okay, what's wrong with it? Download doc sets. Okay, let's download. Okay, let's see Python. Download C++, download. It looks like a nice plugin. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks. I really appreciate that. It makes me happy when people enjoy my streams and makes me want to continue streaming. So I'm glad that you like them. Okay, dope set installed. So let's try doing something like dash test. Hidden nested results. Let's try Python. Let's see what we can find. String split. Oh, it's not exactly a search, it's just more like you can look up everything. Classes. Okay, this is really nice. I feel like I don't know what's the best way to use this app. But it looks really nice. Okay, C++. Wow, this is nice. It's like an offline C++ reference. Okay, so I will try Vim git gutter after the stream. I should probably do a stream on Vim where I try different plugins. So yeah. So okay, let me wait for 1 more minute, and if there are no questions, I'm done the stream. Okay, wait a second. Yes. So let's just wait. Nine viewers. Okay. Okay. So the next C++ session is on Friday at 7 p.m. Am I right? Or is it at 8 p.m.? Wait a second. Yeah, it is at 7 p.m. The next Python session is tomorrow at 4 p.m. I will continue development of the sort of Cloud Bash history application using Python and Flask. So, meanwhile, yeah, thank you very much for watching. It's great to see you. It's great that people enjoy my streams. And yeah, see you tomorrow. See you the day after tomorrow.